Just find a comfortable position of your choice. And then when you're ready, gently closing the eyes. Just start to notice your in-breath to begin with. And try to follow your entire in-breath. Notice how at some point it's turning into an out-breath. And then continue to follow the entire out-breath. Noticing how that turns into an in-breath once more. And try to follow each in-breath and each out-breath. And if today, for any reason, it's hard to notice your in and out breath, or you notice that your breath is really shallow at the moment, just place your left hand on your belly. Try to breathe towards your left hand. Try to make each in-breath just a little bit longer, just a little bit deeper. And try to lengthen each out-breath just there. Noticing the rise and the fall. And as you inhale, feel the belly expand. And as you exhale, feel all the muscle tension leaving your body. Letting go of today. Letting go of your to-do list. Letting go of the emails. Letting go of your colleagues. Letting go of having to clean the house. And taking the next hour to just be with your breath. Noticing all the sensations in the body. And noticing your breath moving in and out. And as you're staying aware of your in and your out breath, I'm going to sound the bell 3 times. And you hear the bell die out. Gently bringing your hands to your ears and your jaw. Massaging your jaw and your cheeks. bones underneath your eyes, your chin, your forehead, and your temples, and your eyes. And gently opening the eyes when you feel ready. As I feel that we all have been spending quite a bit of time behind a computer lately, I wanted to focus a little bit on the shoulders and the back today. So what I want to try and start out with is taking your right hand and folding it in front of your chest, and then hooking the left arm around it, but try not to put that arm on your elbow joint, so put it in front or further. And start breathing, and as you breathe in and out, notice how the expansion of the breath opens the back of your spine, back of your back, like the upper back region, back of your lungs. And as always, I welcome you to close your eyes so that you can internalize whatever you're doing. Noticing all the small muscles, noticing any type of tension, but also the parts that feel relaxed. And as you breathe in and out, trying to deepen each in-breath and trying to lengthen each out-breath. Noticing the rise and fall in the belly. And once the belly is full, also noticing how the upper parts of the lungs fill up. Your chest, or in this case, your upper back is expanding. If you can, make it into this little game with yourself. Trying to breathe in deeply, and with each inhale, just a little deeper, just a little more. And then take your time exhaling slowly. Noticing any thoughts that arise. Trying to resist the urge to engage in those thoughts. If it helps, just say, "Hey thoughts," and let them go. On the next exhale, letting go of this position. And then taking the left arm straight up and folding it over your chest and using the right arm to do the same thing on the other side. Again, closing the eyes if you feel comfortable. Noticing the difference between the left and the right side. As we use this exploratory mind, this beginner mind, to notice what these poses do, what's going on in your upper back, what's going on in your belly. Are you able to still breathe towards your belly? Or have your thoughts or your sensations already taken over again? Either way is fine. Just try to become aware of whatever's going on. Whatever might be distracting you. And instead of getting frustrated or getting agitated, just noticing it. With a sense of wondering, a sense of, hey, that happened, okay. And again, notice how a deep inhale makes your chest and your upper back expand, noticing the stretch deepening. And as you exhale, noticing all the tension leaving the body. Next exhale, letting go of this pose. So we bring both hands out in front of us. We're gonna fold we're gonna bend the left elbow and then bend the right arm underneath the left arm and let the palms face each other again. So if you can, just sort of letting them face one another. Yes, Darren. We'll get it out like this. Can you see that? And then folding the other one around. I think you're doing right. Yeah. Yeah. Doing great. And try to keep breathing. It's not an easy position. They call this eagle arms. It's sort of like your arms have been twisting around one another. If you can lift your elbows just a hair and try to let your palms or let your hands sort of a little bit away from the face. Some of them should be from the side, so you can lift the elbows and then let the arms go away. That deepens the stretch. Yeah, you're doing good. Great. Again, keep breathing. Noticing the stretch of that upper back. Maybe noticing a little bit of a stretch in your shoulders. Just a couple more breaths. And next exhale, letting go as we switch positions. Bending the right arm this time, and then folding the left arm underneath and bringing the palms together. You can do it there. Yes, like that. Yes, awesome. And then breathing again. And again, if you want a little bit of a deeper stretch, it's lifting the elbows and taking the hands away from your face. Lifting the elbows away from the face. And again, try to breathe. Awesome. One more deep breath in. And on the exhale, letting go. Awesome. Maybe shaking out the arms, wiggling a little. You did great. Yeah, take one hug for yourself. Just sort of hugging your. Nice. Awesome. And coming onto your belly, we're going to come into a Sphinx pose. So we're going to place our hands underneath our shoulders. And on the, on the exhale, we come up. And then placing our elbows where our hands were. Keeping the legs zipped up. So legs together. But the buttocks relaxed. Looking forward. Shoulders away from the ears. And if today, for any reason, it's hard, you can also place a pillow underneath your belly, which takes a little bit of the pressure off. And as always, keep breathing. If you can, closing the eyes. Noticing the compression in your lower back, which of course is never painful as we're doing yin yoga. And as you breathe in and out, notice the expansion of the belly onto the floor and a contraction on the exhale. Contraction mostly leading to a deeper compression of the lower back. With this kind of position, you might notice that the belly starts talking to you right now. You notice the digestion of the food, maybe a little rumbling. And with each exhale, try to check in with your bum, with your buttocks, to see if it's still relaxed, not holding any tension there. And notice what each in-breath and each out-breath does. Where can you feel the effects of the in-breath? And what are the effects of the out-breath? And next, exhale, coming forward and then placing the hands on top of one another, placing your forehead on top of your hands, and letting the heels fall out towards the side, coming into a crocodile position. Noticing the effects of the pose we just did. And maybe you notice a little bit of warmth in your lower back as the blood starts moving through that area again. Try to inhale and exhale deeply. And next inhale, using your hands to come up to a tabletop position. Bringing the knees about hip width apart. And bringing the hands a little bit forward, a little more forward as you exhale and you let your chest and your chin come towards the floor, coming into a heart opening position. Keeping your bum about in line with your knees. Yeah, awesome, Darren. Good job, Celine. And then start using your breath once more. Noticing where it is at right now. Noticing how your shoulders and your chest are opening up. Maybe you notice that this pose is so different now. Now that we already did a cobra pose. As there's a little different flexibility in your lower back right now. Try to inhale and exhale deeply, noticing the expansion of the belly moving to your upper legs. How does it feel? How does it feel to feel your belly expand? How does it feel to have your knees and your feet on the floor? How does it feel when you inhale? Can you feel that in your armpits? Can you feel that in your lower back and your upper back? And how do these regions feel when you exhale? Can you listen to the sound of your own breath for a couple of breath cycles? And if you get distracted, then just try to notice distraction and bring yourself back to your breath. And next time you get distracted, try to see what it is. What is the first thing that distracts you? Is it a thought or a feeling, an emotion or a to-do list? On the next inhale, gently come up to your forearms and move your hips all the way through to come back into a crocodile position, placing the hands on top of one another and your forehead on your hands. Letting the heels drop out towards the sides. As you take a couple of breaths here, noticing the effects of the previous pose. Noticing sensations in the armpits, sensations in your lower back, your upper back. And on the next inhale, pushing yourself up towards a tabletop position once more. This time we're going to stretch out that right leg as we're going to roll over our toes a couple of times, back and forth. Bringing a little movement in that leg and stretch. And next inhale, bringing it all the way to the front, coming into a lizard position. So both of your hands are going to be on the inside of your right foot. And your left leg is going to be stretched or lengthened towards the back of your mat. Awesome. Yeah, doing good. Keep breathing here as we stretch our left hip flexor, the muscle which is going to be most grateful after maybe having spent a lot of the time sitting today. But also the muscle that's going to make most of the protest in this movement. As you feel tension arising, please try and breathe towards that area, creating space. And then as you breathe out, letting go of the tension, like you're letting it flow out of your body with the exhale. Breathing in, creating space, and breathing out, letting go. Is there a possibility to just listen to your breath? To be aware of the complete in-breath and the complete out-breath? Or is it hard today? Do a lot of thoughts come up? Is there a lot of tension in the body? And remember that either way is fine. It's just what it is today. Try to breathe towards your belly. Deep, big, buoyant breaths. And for me today, you get extra credit if you can feel your belly rumbling at some point during this class. That means that you're digesting, that means that you're relaxing. On the next inhale, use your hands to come back. And on the exhale, try to fold forward towards your right knee, coming into a runner stretch, pointing the toes up towards the sky. Yeah, sorry, Aaron. We kept the leg there. Yeah, awesome. Doing great. Especially for you, it's good. Runner stretch. Now the next inhale, rolling over your foot again, placing it and placing the hands and bringing the knee back. Awesome. Then extending that left leg and rolling over the toes a couple of times. And I'm expecting you guys to be more flexible than I am, as my foot is still blue from a motorcycle dropping. And on the next inhale, bringing that left foot forward and coming into that lizard variation again. Extending that right leg out backward. Awesome. Feeling the stretch of that right hip flexor and maybe a little bit of compression in that left hip. And noticing the difference between left and right. Again, try to breathe towards any areas of tension, towards any tightness, creating space on the inhale. And letting go, releasing on the exhale. Try to listen to your own breath. And try to notice any distraction. No need to alter or change it. Just to become aware of it. Maybe this side is a little more tight than the other side. That's perfectly normal, perfectly fine. Difference, preference. No need to do anything with that, but just being aware. Next inhale, using the hands again, leaving the foot as it is, and using the hands to walk back. Point those left toes up towards the ceiling, and the exhale, folding forward towards that left knee. Your hands can now be on either side if you want. Yeah, makes it easier, probably. Feeling the stretch of the entire back side of that left leg. Using the next inhale to roll over your foot, bring it all the way back. And then using the exhale to bring that knee into tabletop position once more. Awesome. I'm grabbing my wedges. Maybe you want to grab some small books too, as we're going to come into a squat position. I'm going to extend my legs so I can stand up, place my heels on the wedges, and then I'm gonna shift my hips a little left to right to create a little opening, bending the legs one at a time. And then when you feel ready, placing your heels on the wedges or anything else, maybe you can just sit down and you're flexible. And then keeping the back straight, placing the upper arms up against the upper legs. As you sit down and create this balance. It might be easier for you, Darren, to place your feet even wider, but I'm not sure. You should check whether that works for you or not. Is that better? Good. And then keep breathing. I think that's high enough, Celine, because you're gonna feel your ankles if you make it higher. Just see what happens. You can place your feet also a little wider if you want. Just really sort of let them point outward. Really get like a space there. And it's a hard position, so don't beat yourself up. Especially for us Western folk. We should have some Asian blood. It's probably better, more flexible. Awesome. And keep breathing. And as you breathe in, breathing all the way down towards your pelvic area. And as you breathe out, letting all the tension, everything just drain and sort of melt into the floor. We're just going to do a couple more breaths and then we're going to sit down. Breathe in deeply, breathe out deeply. And swim your hands behind you, coming into a seated position on the exhale. Awesome. Extending the legs outward. Yeah, extending the legs outward and getting rid of that little bit of extra flesh. As you breathe in, bring the arms overhead, and as you breathe out, really folding from that hip area. So just see where you end up. If it's just here today, that's perfectly fine. Try not to round the back though. Try to keep that straight. And then just folding from the hip area. Yeah. Darren, can you try for me to look towards your toes and sort of point your toes up towards the sky? Awesome. And then you don't have to reach them. You can just leave your hands on your thighs. That's perfectly fine too. And then try to close the eyes once more. And just notice maybe the stretch in the lower back area. Okay, Darren, try and sit up on a pillow. That's gonna help you. Sorry, man. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, make sure that pillow or that blanket helps your pelvis to sort of tilt forward. Yeah, awesome. And then try to breathe towards your belly. Noticing the expansion of the belly. And noticing how you're automatically, and if you're not even pushing yourself, to just sort of fold forward due to gravity. We're not pushing at any time. We're just letting gravity do its work. Using our breath to fold deeper and deeper. So we become aware of our in-breath and be aware of our out-breath. Using the inhale to come up vertebrae by vertebrae. Awesome. When we exhale, we lie down. I wanted to grab two of the bigger books again to come into a fish pose. Awesome. I'm using that first block and placing the lower edge where your bra strap is. Then coming down, making sure that that first book is in between your shoulder blades so that you're perfectly balanced, and placing that second block where your head is going to land. You can keep your knees bent, or you can let your knees fall out towards the sides today. And if that's not comfortable to you at all, then you can also extend the legs outward. But I highly encourage you to bring your legs into this diamond shape today. Let the feet touch one another. Awesome. And you can place your hands in your groin area, or you can extend them in a Texas T, or even place them above your head if you want that. These are all levels of opening the shoulders up. And I, as always, encourage you to listen to your body and what it needs today. We're going to be in this position for quite a number of minutes, so try not to overdo it. Try to relax into this position. Breathing in and out. And as we breathe in, we try to deepen our in-breath. And as we breathe out, we try to lengthen our out-breath. As you breathe in, try to feel how your breath is traveling along your spinal column. Now the entire torso is inflated. And as you exhale, feeling the tension leaving the body, feeling the deflation of the entire torso. Noticing how the body melts into the floor. Using the next inhale to bring your left knee all the way over to the right side. Rolling onto your right side as you take away the blocks or the books or whatever. And you take a deep breath on your right side. And then rolling back onto your back. Hugging the knees into the chest. Keeping the shoulders on the floor. Keeping the entire back on the floor. And just using your hands to hug your knees in. Noticing the stretch of your lower back as you breathe in and out. Air release flows. Use your next exhale to hug in the knees a little tighter. Breathing in one more time. And exhaling, letting the feet drop to the floor with a little thump. Then rolling onto your right side. Coming all the way onto your right side and extending the arms in front of your chest. So let the palms are on top of one another. On the inhale, extending the left arm towards the ceiling. And on the exhale, letting it drop towards the left side. Keeping the knees as they are, keeping the entire body as it is. Just opening up towards the left side. And if you can, try to look towards the left side as well. Coming into this twist. There's a fair chance, there's a really good chance that your left shoulder is not making it to the floor. That's okay. Just let it be. Just let it float. Just keep your knees stacked on top of one another and your right shoulder on the floor. And then let gravity do its work. Breathing towards the upper chest as the twist is coming from the upper chest. Creating space on the inhale and releasing on the exhale. Next inhale, getting that left arm up towards the ceiling again. And on the exhale, letting it land on top of the right hand. Take one deep breath here. Using your next inhale to come on to the other side, all the way to your left side. And that might feel a little tender at this point. Bringing the right hand on top of the left hand and the knees on top of one another. Inhaling, bringing the right hand up towards the ceiling. And exhaling, letting it fall towards that right side. Again, it might be that your hand or your shoulder is not making it to the floor at this point, and that's fine. Just try to keep the knees stacked and let gravity do its work while you look in or towards your right side. And try to breathe. Breathing into that upper back area. Creating space on the inhale. And letting go on the exhale. Next inhale, bringing that right hand up towards the ceiling. And on the exhale, letting it land on top of the left hand. Again, taking a couple of deep breaths here. Using your next exhale to come onto your back and get ready for Shavasana. Grabbing your blanket or your sweater, maybe putting on some socks. As you extend the legs outward, let the arms fall in about a 45-degree angle away from your body. Looking up towards the ceiling as you let the feet fall out towards the side, gently closing the eyes. Noticing any sensations, any effects of the positions that we just did. And noticing our in and out breath. Feeling the relaxation of the out breath as we sink deeper and deeper into our mats. As you hear the bells die out, gently bring a little movement back into your fingers and into your toes, slowly starting to deepen your breath. Using the next inhale to stretch out the body head to toe. And using the next exhale to hug the knees into the chest. Rolling a little left to right. Massaging the lower back. Coming on to your right side as you take a couple more breaths here to wake up the body. On your next inhale, using the left hand to push yourself up towards a seated position, remaining with the eyes closed and the gaze inward. Bring your left hand onto your belly and your right hand onto your chest. As you feel the warmth, or at least the touch of both of your hands on your body. Feeling the comfort that comes from these two hands. Feeling the pressure on your chest. And then give yourself a great big hug, still keeping the eyes closed. Thanking your body for being here today, helping you throughout the day and throughout this session. Feeling gratitude arise within you for everything your body has done today. Slowly letting go of your hug as you bring the hands in front of your chest, palms facing one another. Bringing your thumbs onto your forehead. Peaceful thoughts. Bringing your hands towards your lips. Peaceful words. And bringing your hands to your heart. Peaceful heart. As I gently bow my head and whisper Namaste.